Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Dunebrook's Tuesday at 10. I'm Dr. Tammy Button, and I'm the Executive Director of Dunebrook, and I'm joined today with Lisa Scheller, our Director of Development. And today is a little bit different. In honor of Children's Dental Health Month, which was technically February, but every month should be Children's Dental Health Month, I'm going to be talking about some resources for parents, both pregnant women and for infants before they have teeth, in ways to help you prevent childhood tooth decay. So a little bit about Dunebrook first, for those of you that aren't familiar. Our mission, every child safe, healthy, and happy, has been going strong for over 30 years. And we do that through evidence-based programming in both the prevention and intervention of child abuse. We are the home of Healthy Families Home Visitors for LaPorte County, and Healthy Families provides home visits for pregnant moms and for children all the way through the age of 5. Our body safety program is a public education program that's in schools, elementary through high school. The purpose of that is to prevent sexual abuse. And our third program on the prevention side, our parent and family education. We offer nurturing parenting programming, which is classes that are literally and figuratively meet a parent where they are, as far as if it's in Zoom, if it's at a group location, or individually in their home, as well as where they are on the spectrum of how old their child is and what type of parenting skills they might need. The goal being better communication, more empathy, both on the side of the parent and the child, so that that relationship can continue to grow and be nurtured. On our intervention side, we have our Child Advocacy Center. And the Child Advocacy Center gets involved with families of children who have a suspected case of abuse. So children come here for a forensic interview, and during that interview, we have family advocates that help to support the family through the interview, as well as arrange services for the child as well as the family, so that there's a healing process through all of that for both the child and for the family. So Dunebrook offers a wide variety of evidence-based programming to help support that mission of every child safe, healthy, and happy. So Lisa, why don't you tell us a little bit about our development program?
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you, Tammy. And as Tammy had mentioned, all of our programs are going very strong here at Dunebrook. I mean, we have come over all the obstacles of the pandemic. We're hoping that this is all coming to a new, what do you call it, the new way of doing things.
Exactly,
and
yes.
But we could have not done what we have done in the past 2 years, keeping our business or keeping our programs alive and running, without the support of the community and helping us to see that there's a need and want to get involved and help. Dunebrook is funded in 3 ways. We're funded through state money and federal money, as well as grants and foundations. And then the third way is through businesses, individuals, community, individual donations, as well as those who participate in our special events. And our special events in the past have been the Dragon Boat races, as well as the gala. And the first year we had to put that all on hold. And then last year the Dragon Boat races was put on hold. And this year we just felt, for the safety of everybody, that we would just put the Dragon Boat races on hold one more time until 2023. So last year we held Cocktails in the Garden, which will be held on September 15th this year, the second Cocktails in the Garden, at the gardens here in Michigan City, beautiful gardens. And the event will run from 5:30 to 8:30. Sponsorships are going to be available, food trucks, auction, all those great things that are happening. And then, kind of skipped ahead to that, but April is Child Abuse Awareness Month, and that's coming up here in just a month, end of the month. Yes. Anyways, the pinwheel, you'll see the pinwheels around town. You'll see that is a symbol of child abuse prevention, and there's sponsorship opportunities. There's going to be t-shirts for sale. There's give backs at Al's and Ace and South Bend Chocolate. We're doing register fundraising, as well as a lot of other events. We're going to have an online auction, so stay tuned for that, and we'll be talking about that through the month of March, how you can get involved and get your pinwheels and order your shirts and so on and so forth. But it certainly takes a community to keep great programs happening, and so we thank all of our donors who have stepped up to do that for us.
Absolutely.
And if you're interested in donating, you can go to, you can text Tuesday 10 to 41444, or you can go to our Dunebrook website, which is www.dunebrook.org. Go there, you'll see a donate button. Hit the donate button, and we'll take you to a platform to make a donation. So any amount is very helpful, and we are just very appreciative of everybody that continues to see the needs that we have.
Absolutely, yes. Thank you so much.
Sure. And as Tammy had mentioned, last month was dental health, Pediatric Dental Health Month. And so we thought no better than to have our own Dr. Tammy Button, Executive Director, who is the pediatric dentist, talk about her organization that she started here, and it's called Southshore Skipping Stones. It's a nonprofit, which is, they go out and they help anybody who needs education in regards to it. But without further ado, I'm going to have Tammy talk about that and tell us about skipping stones and,
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes, so, as a pediatric dentist and as the executive director of Dunebrook, really, it's an amazing position to be in, because when you think about the health of teeth, our teeth are connected to our bodies, obviously, and so teeth are connected to health. Teeth are connected to the health of the child, the health of the parent, and it's not just teeth all by themselves. So I was a pediatric dentist, I guess a traditional pediatric dentist, working in an office, seeing patients for about 15 years, and I absolutely loved it. Seeing kids, seeing families, seeing little ones get used to the dentist, start liking to come, all of that is fantastic. One of the things that was not part of one of my favorite things to do, but a necessary part and something that is also beneficial to make teeth healthy again, part of it is the fixing part. And one of the things that I wanted to be able to do is to help families get out ahead of childhood tooth decay. And when I started to really think about what that looked like and go back to what I learned all the way back in dental school and my awesome residency at Riley Hospital for Children, it really goes back to pregnancy, where everything starts, right? I mean, that's the health of the baby is during pregnancy. And this is definitely true when it comes to the teeth as well. And so it's not just the health of the pregnancy. Obviously, that pregnancy is connected to somebody, and that's connected to the mom.
Yeah.
And another big part of this is becoming a mom myself. I realize anything that is a multitask, anything that has more than one purpose to it is amazing.
Yes.
So if I can take care of my pregnancy, my child's teeth, my child's health, all of those things with one thing, why not? And it just continues after the baby's born. And the other thing I realized after becoming a parent is when that baby is born, everything goes so fast. Mm-hmm. So 6 months crops up. Where did the time go? Mm-hmm. And the less you have to learn on the fly, which it's a lot.
Yes.
I mean,
absolutely.
It's a lot. The more you know ahead of time, the better off you are.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really the basis of Southshore Skipping Stones, is the fact that, so during pregnancy, there are a lot of things that you can easily do to help your health as the pregnant mom, the health of your pregnancy, and then get ready for the health of your baby. So the first thing is you have to understand what tooth decay really is. Mm-hmm. Once you understand it, a lot of times it's easier to prevent something. Right. So tooth decay is actually a symptom of a disease, which is called dental caries. And don't worry, I'm not going to give you a big lecture here. Yeah. Just a really quick little blurb.
It's just great to be educated about it, because I think people don't put that two and two together.
Yeah.
Because I'm pregnant, I'm going to have a baby, but they don't connect what is so important. They always say eat well, do this well, and everything, but you're not really thinking about how that baby's going to grow.
Exactly.
And it's just exactly what you're talking about. So.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. So pregnancy is a time that is also difficult, just on the mom in general. Yes. You're growing another human being, you're diet changes, you know, if you are somebody who has morning sickness and you're vomiting a lot, or I, for the first 3 months, couldn't put a toothbrush in my mouth because I would get so nauseous.
Wow.
So, you know, as a dentist, that was
Hard.
Yeah. So trying to find things, you know, to help with that as well. So knowing how tooth decay is formed, as far as that it's a bacterial disease, and we know during pregnancy, any bacterial disease is not something we want. So it's caused by bacteria that when you eat certain things, they use certain foods to make acids that over time cause the holes in your teeth that you know as cavities. So the important thing during pregnancy, as I said, first of all, is that it's a bacterial disease. So it's gum disease. And both of those things are not things that you want to have during your pregnancy. The good news is it's completely safe to go to the dentist while you're pregnant, and it's also very much recommended. So if you haven't been in a while, don't worry about it. When you're pregnant, it's a great time to go. Just get that checkup. Your hygienist will help you if you are having difficulty with brushing or getting a toothbrush in your mouth. There's lots of ways to still clean your mouth if that's not an option. Don't be afraid to go. And the other part of that is to get that checkup so that you can start to lower the bacteria in your mouth for your health and, again, the health of your pregnancy by getting any teeth taken care of and also figuring out the best way to keep your teeth clean.
Right.
Because the other part of that, which is really interesting, is that babies aren't born with the bacteria that causes cavities. So it's passed from primary caregiver, which a lot of times is mom, to the baby through any time you share saliva. We know we share bacteria, and so the cavity-causing bacteria are included in that.
Wow.
So the more bacteria that you have in your mouth, the more of a chance that your baby's going to get that. So that's why during pregnancy, to know these things, not to be scared about it, but to know it and be able to be out ahead of that part
to address
of it.
Right.
Because then the other part, once baby's born, from the first day the baby's born, it's important to wipe their mouth out to remove bacteria. Because as we all know, you know, bacteria is part of our healthy body, in our mouth, in our gut, all of that.
Right.
And the healthier bacteria tend to be ones that can settle in easier. Unhealthy bacteria can be wiped out a little bit. So if you're wiping the baby's mouth out every day, then the bacteria that cause cavities really can't have a chance to settle in there.
Right. Right.
So, and all of this is so important because once a baby gets their first tooth, there's a type of the disease dental caries that can affect a baby's first tooth. So within a couple months, you can start to see cavities in your baby, which nobody wants that.
Right.
So these are some easy things to do before the first tooth comes in that unless you know, it wouldn't occur to you to do. And so that's really what the mission of Southshore Skipping Stones is about, is preparing families to raise cavity-free kids.
Wow.
And the preparation just is that pregnancy part. You're preparing for a healthy baby, and that includes the teeth.
Exactly.
So that is on our website, southshoreskippingstones.org. There's some free videos that you can watch that go into this a little bit more in detail. Also, there's information about the safety of going to the dentist during pregnancy, and a form that you can take to your OB that they can fill out to take to the dentist if there's any special considerations about your pregnancy, any health issues, just so that you feel more in control of that visit, and also that your dentist would know anything that they might need to take into consideration.
And Tammy, how after the baby's born, they get their first tooth, and when should a child start going to see the dentist?
That's a great question. And this comes up quick too. So the American Academy of Pediatrics and the American Academy of Pediatric Dentistry, those are the organizations that come up with all of the evidence-based scientific guidance for pediatricians and pediatric dentists. And they have decided that a child should see the dentist for the first time when they get their first tooth, but no later than their first birthday.
Wow.
So
you know,
again,
and I don't know that people know that, you know, and you talk about when my girls were younger, because they're older, they're 19 and 21 now, and back in the day, people didn't educate us about that. They didn't tell us, you know, that was so important, and then they're drinking the apple juice, and they're drinking the milk, and you're not brushing their teeth, and so on and so forth. So I can see exactly what you're saying. So why not prevent a lot of that.
Exactly.
Prevent
Yes.
the extra costs with the cavities and so on and so forth. So,
Absolutely.
mhm.
Yes. And so that first visit, you know, it might seem like there's only one tooth, but again, remember what we said. The
Mhm.
bacteria could be in there. There could be things that are already going on. So one tooth or all of the teeth,
Yes.
it doesn't matter. It's about the health of the mouth.
Mhm.
And so at that age, you know, usually your baby at 6 months might get their first tooth, maybe a little earlier, maybe a little later, but by their first birthday, they should see a pediatric dentist, or if your family dentist sees kids
Yeah.
at that age, that's completely fine too.
That's awesome.
And it's fun to be able to take them and see their teeth. And the other nice thing about that is, you know, their first visit, they're going to cry. Babies at that age cry for a lot of things. It's not that they're being hurt, it's just a different
Yeah,
experience.
yeah.
But you get to see your child grow into being comfortable going too.
Right, that's
and
that
go-
too. You know, they
yes.
train at a young age, you know, as they set their
Exactly.
habits.
Yes.
So, you know,
Yes.
if you get them exposed to going, they won't know the difference of not going.
Exactly.
You know, so.
And that reminds me too, when you start wiping a baby's mouth out from the day they're born, they're not shocked at a toothbrush then later on.
And
'Cause
know
if
how
that's-
hard it is to get the kids to brush their teeth
Exactly.
if they're older and they
Yes.
identify what they're doing.
Yes.
So,
starting
that
off,
is such great advice.
yeah, starting off early like that is a lot easier than for that toothbrush.
That is great advice. Thank you so much for sharing
Oh,
all about that.
absolutely.
And
Yeah.
if they have any questions, they can reach out to you.
Most definitely, yes. The Southshore Skipping Stones website has a way to contact us if you want to, if you have any questions about anything on the website. You're also free to call me here at Dunebrook. I'm more than willing to talk to you, answer any questions, help you get situated, find a dentist. If you want to look for a pediatric dentist, the American Academy of Pediatric Dentistry, their website, aapd.org, lists all pediatric dentists that are in good standing with the Pediatric Dentistry Organization. You don't pay to be listed a certain way. It just lists all the pediatric
That's awesome.
dentists. So you can find a pediatric dentist that way as well. But I'm always happy to answer any questions.
That is great. That is excellent information, and especially that we serve the 0 to 5 years of age in our Healthy Families
Mhm.
program. So great advice to help.
Yeah,
the
and a
families.
good start. And again, as a parent, I know how difficult it is to have to change a habit when you thought you were doing the right thing.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I mean, you know how hard it is as an adult to change a habit, but to have to change a habit for a 2-year-old or
Mhm.
younger, just if you can, anytime you can avoid and prevent something, it's just that much better.
Right.
And even if you have a child that has had cavities in the past, going through the information on the website about, you know, just some of the tricks of ways to keep that bacteria under control so that you're not constantly fighting cavities is
Mhm.
also important too. And just so you know, on these videos on our website, it's not about never having sugar or never enjoying anything. That's not the kind of advice I give.
Right.
Work smarter, not harder. So
Absolutely.
there's some-
Moderation.
exactly. And tips to have your cake, enjoy it, and not have cavities. So
Mhm.
check it out. The videos are short. They're not, you know, long and drawn out or anything. So it's good information to have.
That's great, Tammy. Thank you so much for taking the time to share that with us, especially with it being us to be aware of that.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for listening, and
Yeah.
thank you for listening too. So it's always a pleasure to be able to talk with people from the community through Tuesdays at 10. And we enjoy having members of the community and also providing information to the people that we serve and to the community with any information we can pass on to help with healthy families. And that includes healthy teeth, obviously, too.
Yes, absolutely.
So thank you so much, and we will look forward to seeing you again.